How we doing tonight? You guys ever been fired?
No.
Yep.
No, just a lot of good show up on time kind of people today. I've been fired. I've been fired from every job I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been fired 16 times. I'm like the nature boy Ric Flair of being fired. Right? I am like really good at it. It's seriously one of my specialties. I get fired so often. And my dad told me, he's like, you must be doing something fundamentally wrong to get fired so much. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm doing something fundamentally right to get hired so much, right? Like, I'm just an excellent interview. It's my whole thing. I got fired from a job in car sales. I was selling cars, and they had two managers call me into the office to fire me, and they said, Chris, we're letting you go, which I thought meant they loved me and they wanted to see if I'd come back. And that was not the case. They're like, no, Chris, you're fired. We need you to sign this paperwork. So I said, no. Because at that point, what are they going to do? Extra fire me? And they got really upset. They were like, no, you need to sign this paperwork. And I was like, I'm not going to sign this paperwork. And they got so upset. And I was like, wait a minute. If I don't sign this, am I not fired? Is that the way this works? Like the general manager is going to come in tomorrow? Like, I thought I told you to fire this guy. We tried. He wouldn't sign the paper. We'll trick him. Hide it in cheese. Get this dude out of here. I got fired from one job, and I was really petty about it when I left. I was like, you know what? This place is going to fall apart without me. And I was working at Sears. So, I mean, technically, I win, right? There's a lot of weird euphemisms for when they fire people, you know, like let go or downsized. When I was a manager, our regional manager came by one time and told me that somebody at another store had been promoted to customer. Which I guess they thought was funny, the punchline being this dude can't afford rent, right? But I was like, also like, if you fired me, I would never become a customer of yours. Like, if I got fired from the electric company, I would just become Amish. I'll tell you right now, I legitimately got fired from a company that sold men's shaving products. You ever work in a mall? Mall's a fun place to work. I worked in a mall, and one of the things they don't tell you about the mall when you work if you've never worked there, is that a lot of stores in the mall, especially the smaller stores, don't actually have like back offices where they do HR stuff, like performance reviews and interviews and stuff. So they have to go do all of that in the food court. I got fired in a food court. Which is really like it wasn't so bad getting fired. The hardest part though was that the guy at the hot dog on a stick was watching the whole time. Just like yeah. I'm accustomed to rejection though. Because that's really all being fired is being rejected. And I'm accustomed to rejection. I'm married now, but I've been rejected by a lot of ladies. I remember the first time I ever got rejected was 8th grade. I thought I would ask a girl I had a huge crush on her, and I decided I was going to ask her out. So I asked her out in the best time to do it, 8th grade Washington field trip. Yeah, get turned down, 4 days left. And I said, I'm going to do this in the most romantic place I can think of. Beautiful Colonial Williamsburg. Right outside the apothecary. But I asked her out and she turned me down. which wasn't the worst part. The worst part was the butter churn lady watching the whole time, just like, all right, guys, that's my time. Thanks a lot.